Hello, hello. I'm trying to do a live just with my phone connection because I still don't have the internet connection and I don't know when I'm gonna get it. So I upgraded my phone plan and to have some time to be able to do a live. So this, you saw the pictures and the video. So this is an amazing place where I am now. It was hot today, and it was the day I decided to iron my linen fabric. So I found a trick, and it was working very well because I don't have AC yet. So this is a beautiful light of, golden hour sunset. The full moon gonna be here. I spent almost 1 hour trying to figure out my telescope that I did not use for years. Now I have room to put the tripod and it's ready eventually to see the moon and to do maybe some pictures. It's still a mess because I still have, cabinet that are not mounted, so I cannot store anything. So it's a mess all around. Everything is delayed. So here we go in the main room and my desk is there now. And I'm gonna close because it's windy. Voila. So people want to see, but it's not done. So it's just boxes around. So this is one of the bedroom. It's my bedroom it will be my bedroom for the winter because it's sunrise here and very hot the morning. And so this is one. Here we go toward the kitchen. That is not really my taste, but I'm gonna do something about that. This is a terrible fridge they mistaken and they have to change it and they came twice and still it's not done and it will be done beginning of August. I cannot believe it. It will be the 4th time they come. So this is what I ironed today, this linen. And this is the room I'm gonna make something. It will be like my winter bedroom here. It's a living room, but I prefer to be like in one room. And here back of this, it's washer dryer. And here is my dressing room, big mess as well. Nothing is set up because I don't have the part to mount my cabinet here to be able to continue what I have to do. So there are rods everywhere to do my draping. And I cannot do it because I'm waiting for the fridge. The fridge is smaller, so I'm gonna have a place here to set up differently. The water filter is not set up. So it's in process. And here are all the fabric that I am ironing and measuring and see what I'm gonna put where. So let me try to find a place with some light. Let's see if I can return that. So, because I love to be seated on the floor and I still have no room for that. So let's see if it's working. Yes, it's working. So here I am. It's a long process. I'm telling you, it's almost 1 month that I moved and I'm still in middle of boxes. And I enjoy it. I must say that I really enjoy. When I'm fed up about all the mess, I go on the porch and I just watch around and everything is fine, So it's a very interesting change. People ask me, you don't miss the ocean? Actually, no. I'm also very surprised because I don't like the heat and Malibu was perfect for that. This morning it was 19 in Malibu, it was already 27 here. So, but I realized that the weather is not more hotter than in France. It's exactly the same like south of France for now. Yeah, and we are in the desert, but we are in altitude, so maybe it's for that. And no, I don't miss the ocean. the beauty that is around is so fulfilling. And the light is changing all the time, and the animals are just coming. The lizard was just coming there, and the blue jay on my porch this morning. And it's a lot of life here, and these rabbits with the long ears, you know, and a lot. It's a lot for me to investigate. I still, this morning I did a long walk. I wake up very early here, so there are a lot of changes. Here I am full of energy. It's unbelievable, the energy. And it makes sense, you know. I remember my friend Jean-Paul, who was astrologer, and he was an engineer as well. And he was always telling me, the ocean is there to make people calm, at peace. But to live by the ocean, it can make you a little bit numb. And I felt it. I felt it was like flat, and I had no desire to do anything. So just my usual. But here I have desire to do a lot of things. I'm excited, and I started to, all the trees around, when the workers were there, they throw plastics under the trees and can and piece of glass and papers and any kind of garbage. So what I did, as I could not do anything inside, but I like to do, I started to clean under the trees. But these are natural trees, these are juniper trees. So I started to take off the dead branches. Like this, I have wood for my fire pit. And I took off all this garbage, and I have the feeling the trees are happy, you know, like I am happy, because it makes them really beautiful, really, really zen, you know. Like sometimes I have the feeling I am like in a Japanese garden, because there is a sand and nothing. There is no concrete, nothing apart the porch. So it's really, really beautiful, and everything is in balance. The rocks, and they change regarding the light. So it's really, really, really nice. I'm really happy about that change, and it's beyond what I was expecting. But what is interesting is how I've been, in a way, directed here. Because this is something I wanted. But when I arrived the first time, I found a place in the desert. The view was nice, but it was not for me. And after I've been on this place, maybe you saw the video, on the golf course, and I love the apartment. But the second time when I went there, every week I was going there, it's like 2.5 hours, you know, from Malibu. And the second time when I went there and I asked for the utilities, and it was nice weather, no AC, no need of AC or anything. And the manager told me, oh, you have to share with other tenants. I said, but this is not right. Today we don't need AC and everybody has AC. And I guess winter is the same. I don't need to be overheated. So I guess people who are using AC non-stop, they use also heater non-stop. So this created, when I had that news, something in my body that I could not miss. It was a no. And I was like, oh no, this is not working for me. And I was excited because the apartment, I liked it. She was going to do that and that and that. I was a little bit bothered about the view on the golf course, that I didn't came in the desert to see, you know, alone. But it was better than being in the middle of the little town. And I went back to Malibu that evening, and I was not really sad, but determined to find something else. So when I arrived at home, I opened my computer and I went to look for the ads. And it was this ad of this place with only one picture, not a picture of the house, nothing, just a picture of rocks. And I contacted immediately what I thought was the agent, but it was not the agent, it was the landlord. And she has 2 houses on this property. And me, I saw one bigger house 1,200 square feet with a garage. So I was like, yes, this is what I want. And in fact, she said, yeah, but you have to come. So she sent me one picture of that room with that view. And me, I was still thinking it was a big house. And so for the third time, I went back. I came back from Malibu 3 weeks in a row to visit that place. And when I arrived, my car went straight to that home. Because it was not that home, it was another home on the left. But my car came here. And I say, it was like, it was there, you know. And when I arrived, the landlord was there. And she told me, oh, yeah, this is nice, but you have to see the big house that you contacted me for. I say, okay. So we went on the land. She showed me the property. She has 12 acres. And we went to the house. And more we were close to the house, less I was feeling it was right for me, even if it was much bigger. So when I arrived inside the house, it was a no. It was not for me. It was like the most important is the privacy and the view, because this is what I'm going to see all the time. I love to live in silence. I love to live contemplative. And the other house don't have a big bay window. It's small windows. It's bigger, but it's closed. The kitchen is gigantesque. I don't need it. There is a place for living room, but I don't need neither. Oh, I see a coyote there. He's on the rocks. And it was no. I say, you know, I prefer what she called the cabin. I say, I prefer this one. And we seated, and finally I signed. And we went to have lunch together, and I signed the lease. And this was 15 of June or 14 of June. And I moved, so the moving was epic. The moving was a disaster. But it's done. I'm happy it's back. And now I start to be excited about how I'm going to fix this place, what I'm going to create here. And what I see is that I wanted to put all white, but when I see the natural linen, it's matched the rocks. And it's even more beautiful than all white. And so I'm changing my idea, I'm changing my mind about how I'm going to interior design this place. And I am with all my boxes of fabrics that are so heavy. But I'm grateful because I can play a lot with all this. So this is the space, and you will see as much as I create and I clear the boxes, how it will be. I have already an idea, and it's exciting. It's really exciting, you know. It's something that I love the desert. I shot a lot in the desert, but I never lived in the desert. And some people don't understand. They say, oh, you love so much the ocean. What do you do here? I say, my goodness, I'm never bored. I'm a visual artist. So visually, it's fantastic. It is, I'm going to do amazing pictures here. I can start again to shoot people here that I've not done for a while, you know. I went to the Visual Art Center here that is amazing with beautiful exhibition, an amazing place. So I think there are good things coming, yeah. And I have the post office 10 minutes away. I have everything 10 minutes away. I'm isolated, I'm remote. I feel totally secure. I have 1, 2, 4 neighbors who are like 500 yards away. And it's amazing. It's really, really amazing. Some neighbors came to meet me, gave me their phone number. And it's a very little community and very quiet. On the other side, there are horse properties, so there are horses. And voila, So in fact, since I'm here, I did 1 month of cleaning. I showed last evening I was cleaning the tiles, the last part of the house, and I'm so happy to have done that. I think I never cleaned so much in my life. I cleaned all the windows, inside, outside. They were full of, things. Have never been cleaned. The sliding door was not sliding anymore. So it's a feeling of accomplishment. It's really a feeling of, starting something new and with more space, even if I prefer a big room and this is several rooms, but I'm gonna make it like a big room. I already took off the door of the bedroom, and I'm gonna work on that. So voila, and a lot of things happen here since I'm here. A lot of things, quite very interesting as well. I feel totally secure. I feel like the evening, at night, I'm eating outside. I let the window open at night. I feel really great here. And it's really, really, it's wild. It's really amazing. So what happened is that 1 week after I was there, I wanted to put out the water generator. And to put it out, I have to pass by the bay window. So it's on wheels, so I brought it there, and my guide, my higher self said, take a board and make it sliding on the board from inside to outside. And I had the image how to do it. But to take the board, I had to go back of the home, and I was lazy. And I said, no, I'm gonna just pass it by the door, but there is a small, dent there. And this water generator that I cannot use as water generator, but I'm gonna use as water filter, is 140 pounds. So I brought it close to the patio, to the terrace, and there are 2 handles, and I raised it past 2 wheels, and it was staying stuck with 1 wheel. And I was like worried that it's gonna fall. And I was like, my goodness, what am I gonna do? So I was in the middle of the door with this big engine. I raised, I twist, and I hear a crack like crazy in my back. And no pain after. I said, wow, this is really weird. And on the moment I thought, oh, maybe, as I'm always positive when happens something in my body, I thought, oh, maybe it's because I released something. The back is a symbol of the unconscious, so I released of the past. So I released something from the unconscious, and I unblocked something. This was I thought. And during the day, I had no pain. And it's funny because with the moving, I carried a lot of boxes, very heavy, and I have more muscles. I lost some weight as well because I carried a lot, and I was like amazed about the strength of my back. Really, I was feeling my lumbar, my dorsal muscles very active and very toned. And I was thinking of that, say, wow, my back, because I was always taking care when I was raising boxes, how to take care of my back, and I was feeling that it was exercising my back, and I was very happy about that. I said, wow, my back feels so good. And this happened. So no pain while walking, nothing. And the evening I go to bed, and the morning I cannot stand up. Pain. I could not from lie down being seated. And the pain all the back. I was like, wow. So I was testing, did I hurt a vertebra? Did I hurt a disc? Did I pinch a nerve? But it was not like a nerve pinched. It was not a, strong, sharp pain. It was like diffuse all my back. And even when I was breathing, so I tried to twist on the side to push. It was painful. And oh, look at that, the bunny is here on my porch. I don't know if you're gonna see it. It's right there. Oh, look at that. Do you see the ears? Yeah, it's right there. Let's see. It's coming right on the porch. He's there. Like there. Oops. I don't know if you see it. It's right there. Yeah, so I was like so at pain when I was from lie down to seated. So I had to go on the side and I tried to do some yoga. It was worst. And I was like, my goodness, what I've done. I never had a pain like that. And it was at the level of the middle of the back, so the heart, So I was like, do I have unconscious things that are like at pain because I quit my place? I was checking a little bit everything. Nothing resonated. And I was really suffering. But when I was walking and doing my things during the day, no pain at all. Nothing at all. It's just when I was lie down after sleeping the night and I wanted to stand up that I had this pain. I say, well, this is good. Like weird. It's like when I was going to bed, I had no pain. And it was like when I was in the unconscious and coming back in my body, it was the pain. So I was like, this is really weird. And maybe 10 days ago, one morning, I wake up, because here I wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, full of energy. I wake up, but that day I was like agitated. It was like, I don't know, I was not, it's rare that I'm not like that. So now I was like, wow, what is going on? I was not feeling good. I was turning as I could in the bed, like pushing like with my hands and all that. And finally I felt I wanted to sleep again, and I was going to fall asleep when suddenly on my left, I hear a strong noise of a whip. And this totally alert me, and immediately I connect to the pain in my back. And I was like, wow, what is going on here? And after I was thinking, I'm, cleaning non-stop like a slave, and I was like, wow, maybe I released a memory, maybe I release a memory of something that happened in this area, or maybe because the whip for me was something that was whipped in the back, and this was making sense because it was a diffuse pain on my back. It was not one point or one vertebra or something. It was like, wow. So I was thinking of that all the day, and I said, wow, this is quite interesting. And I had this noise coming back in my mind. I could not miss it, it was so strong. And the day after, I started to have less pain. And now I don't have pain anymore. Since 3-4 days. It has been gradually going down, and I have no pain. And I can stand up, I can go lie down, I can, But I could barely move when I was, it was like I was stuck, So I have the feeling that it's like reproducing something of the past or another dimension. Who knows? I'm not really looking for the details, but it was interesting how things connected immediately with the noise and the sound with my pain, and my pain with my activity of cleaning, out cleaning. So it was a very interesting experience. And And when I was really, really tired, and after cleaning, and it's hot, you know, so I was like, okay, the first thing I bought is a hose, and I have an outside shower. So I love to be naked outside and to take my shower outside. And unfortunately, the water is not even cold, it's hot. So when it's too hot, as it's a lot of shade here, what I notice when there is a lot of breeze and wind as well, I water myself, and I'm even chilly when it's like 100, you know, outside. So I do that regularly during the day, just waiting and staying like that. And today, I say, okay, I really want to iron my linen, but it's so hot. I have no AC. What am I going to do? I have a fan tower. I say, okay, I know what I'm going to do. So I took a white dress, white in cotton. I totally plunge it in water. I, squeeze it. And I wore the dress wet while ironing. And it was with the breeze of the fan. Perfect. I ironed 3 hours this afternoon. And I had so when it was dry, I was wetting the dress and again, and it was pleasant, and I did not suffer. So this is something now that I'm going to do, because I don't know when I'm going to have AC, maybe in 2 or 3 weeks. But I'm going to do that, and I do that now. When I take my shower, I don't dry, I just put my dress over, and in linen it's even better because it keeps the humidity. So I just put my long dress over, and I stay wet, and like this I'm not cold, I'm not warm, not too warm. And in the shade it's perfect. So you see, it's like a lot going on. A lot is going on. I'm checking that the moon is not coming to don't miss it. Voila, I wanted to share this with you. It's a long time I've not done a live, and to tell you that everything is fine. I also wanted to tell you the first days has been very, very hard. Every time I've been usually I was going 10 days, 2 weeks in the desert to shoot. In winter, not in summer. And I did a move in summer, so it's like something. But the first days, my eyes were crying nonstop. I was seeing blurry. My skin, I was miserable, and I was thinking people were worried about wrinkle, better they don't come in the desert because it's harsh. And now I'm surprised my body deal quite very well. I'm really surprised. And I have a friend who is in Saudi Arabia. She told me that it took her 6 months for her body to be acclimated. So we'll see, but I feel much better. It's 1 month, and I'm drinking more. I do a lot of fruit juice, like blended. I love it, and I'm happy. I'm eating less as well. I make maybe 1 meal a day. I feel really good like that, and all good so far, So I'm very happy about this experience. I gave me 2 years. We have a project with my son to do something in Thailand, in an island. So I may move in about 1.5 2 years in Thailand. So I will be by the water again. But I wanted to have this experience. It's wonderful. It's really, I'm impatient to have the winter because there is a little bit of snow here. And it's funny because when I moved, I said, what am I going to do with all these winter clothes? I'm going to go, at the beginning I wanted to go in Miami because Fran told me, why you don't come? You stay with us, the time you need to, you found something. And finally I turned around, I started to look places in Florida, and I said, no, this is not inspiring to me to do my pictures. I want something else. So I looked the desert I loved in Chihuahua in Texas, but I did not find anything. and I thought it was quite a little bit remote. It's 4 hours from El Paso, so it's quite very remote. And I said, but there are deserts in California. And I had these followers who told me, oh, I have a friend in Yucca Valley, but I've never been in Yucca Valley before. And she has this place for rent, and so it's a place I went to visit the first time, but it was not for me. And it's like that I discovered Yucca Valley. So it's like, you know, the path came slowly by itself. And when I saw the picture of the rock of this area, it was that. I knew it. And she just put the ad, and the day after I was there and I signed, you see. So it's very, very interesting how the little details is what I wanted to tell you. When you are uncertain about something, take distance, you know, step back, observe the little details. Like something that is like, alerting you, something that is like, no, this is not right for me. And maybe your reasoning thing gonna say, yeah, it's nothing, it's not important. But you have really to be in tune with yourself to know what is important. This thing of utilities shared with other people, and I say, how much I'm gonna pay by month? She said, oh, maybe $500. I say, I will never spend $500 a month of utilities. And I was like, no, this is not for me. And everything was there. They were redoing that, cleaning that, bringing this new, everything was... But I had to be really clear with what was important for me, and what came is much nicer than what if I was there. Much nicer. There is no comparison. Sure, I don't have a garage. I have 2 little sheds, but I don't have a garage. But I'm gonna maybe create a shed or something for the car, and everything gonna be okay, you know. And it is okay. It's wonderful. And I have Oscar who is coming to see me, the Roadrunner. But when I was in France, I thought they were only in cartoons, you know. They exist really. And he's so curious. He's so cute. He's coming. He does the tour. When he sees I don't see him, he does his sound. He does a sound like that. I don't know how to do it. He does this sound, and I see him, and he sees I see him. So he's like a little bit proud, and he passes, and he goes, and voila. It's really amazing. It's really amazing. Voila. So I don't know if you have questions. I have not checked at all, but don't worry. I'm really, really happy here. But what I wanted to say, it's easy for me because I'm used since I'm a kid to be alone. So, and I grew, like maybe some of you know, my childhood in Corsica was really rustic. It was no running water, no electricity. Here I'm blessed. I have water. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I was cleaning and I was like, wow, thank you. I have water to clean. It's fantastic. When you don't have running water, it's more complicated. So, you know, I'm really enjoying every moment. And I really have the feeling, it's like this thing comes in my heart and in my head. It's like I'm living the best time of my life. I'm really living the best time of my life. It's fantastic. Really, really fantastic. Yeah, the small details. Yes, it's very important. Yeah, so, you know, if you are worried about wrinkle and your skin becoming dry, and don't come in the desert. Me, I don't care if I have more wrinkles or things, you know, if I'm red, if my eyes are puffy, because with the desert some days eyes are very puffy. because you know the body is intelligent. So if you don't have enough water, you're gonna bring the water to the eyes to protect the eyes. So this is also an indication that I'm not drinking enough. So it's very interesting. And yeah, so you have to, you know, to be fun with yourself, to be happy with yourself, to live in the desert, to live also remote like that. Me, I'm never bored, I'm never scared. I am just enjoying every moment. So beauty is feeding me. The beauty here is beyond. And sometimes I see the valley that is there, where there is Joshua Tree, little town, where there is my farmer's market now, 10 minutes away. And I imagine that the valley is the ocean. And when I take my shower, like I was doing before all my life, I imagine I'm in the river in Corsica, and I connect to the water of the world. And it's great. You know, it's, you can really, with your imagination, create another reality. Sure, I don't have a river to plunge in, but I know somewhere there are some springs, and I'm gonna investigate. I still not have been around a little bit, but there are things around. So, and there is a lot of water here to have all these green trees, because it's really, really beautiful. I'm gonna show you now at that light. Look at that, how it's green. These are juniper trees. Oh, rabbit. So there is water underground here, so I connect to that water with my imagination. I look at the trees and they are full of water. So voila. Oh, I cannot turn it. Ah, yes. So, voilà, I wanted to do this live to give you some news. So everything is good, and that very soon. Thank you for watching and listening, to listen my crazy stories. I cannot read. I need new glasses. So bye. Do I stop here? I don't even know where do I start. I'm lost. I'm not used to here. Yes.